Dear learners, in this session, we shall be discussing postgraduate diploma in educational management and administration. Now, what is this PGDEMA program? What are the objectives of PGDEMA program? The objectives of PGDEMA program are 1. To improve the individual performance as educational managers and leaders, to enhance the effectiveness and efficiency of educational organizations, and to upgrade skills in areas such as interpersonal relationship, leadership and team building, strategic planning, and decision making needed for effective management. Who is eligible to enroll in PGDEMA program? Anyone with bachelor's degree from any recognized university. Preference will be given to working teachers, head of the institutions, educational managers, and educational administrators. What is the minimum duration for the completion of PGDEMA program? Minimum duration for completion is 1 year, and the maximum duration for completion of PGDEMA program is 3 years. Medium of instruction is English only. Let us discuss the structure of PGDEMA program. This program has 4 core courses. All these courses are mandatory. The credits for each course is 6. So 6 into 4 makes it 24 credits. First core course is MES 41041, Growth and Development of Educational Management. Second course is MES 042, Dimensions of Educational Management. Third core course is MES 043, Organizational Behavior. And fourth core course is MES 044, Institutional Management. Now let us discuss what all is covered in the first core course on growth and development of educational management. This course covers Introduction to Educational Management, discussing concept, meaning, and scope of educational management, where we discuss that educational management is different from management of any other business. In this course, various issues related to educational management are also discussed, along with various technologies and networked management. MES 042. In this course, we have discussed different dimensions of educational management which can help in facilitating educational development in all regions and communities. MES 043, Organizational Behavior. In this course, you will study about the behavior and attitudes of people in the organization, because behavior and attitudes, they contribute to the effectiveness of any organization. What is an organization? It is a place where 2 or more persons work to achieve certain goals. And what is behavior? Behavior is the response of an individual to achieve goals of an institution. An educational manager takes up the role of the leader, and he takes the decisions along with his team members. But for making decisions, you need good communication skills. This course covers all important components of good organizational behavior and also help you to understand the field of organizational behavior in the educational system and its contribution in knowledge behavior and how to manage yourself in the competitive world. MES 044, fourth core paper. The title is Institutional Management. This course will help you in gaining knowledge and understanding to manage and lead the change in educational institutions, both in national and international contexts. These are 4 optional papers. You have to choose any one of them. out of MES 045 school education, MES 046 higher education, MES 047 open and distance education, and MES 048 alternative education. This optional course carries 4 credits. Next course is MESP 049, that is project work. For project work, you have to take a problem out of the 5 courses, that is 4 core courses and 1 optional course. You have to make a project proposal. Please get it approved. After that, you have to conduct the study under the supervision of a guide, followed by submission of the project report and viva. Now let us discuss what is management process, especially as it is applied in the case of education. Management is a process of dealing or controlling through people. Management is a process of planning, decision making, organizing, leading, motivation, and controlling the human resources, financial, physical, and information resources of an organization to reach its goals efficiently and effectively. Planning, it is the first and foremost activity to achieve desired results. The process of thinking about the activities which need to be conducted to achieve a desired goal comes under planning. After planning comes organizing, but before discussing organizing, I would like here to mention the role of decision making. We have to make a number of decisions. Let's take what to eat in the lunch, then where and what to study, whom to marry. Some people make quick decisions, whereas others, they put off making decisions by endlessly searching for the more and more information or getting other people to offer their recommendations. In its simplest sense, decision making is the act of choosing between two or more courses of action. Decisions can be made through intuitive process. Number 2, reasoning it out. Number 3, combination of the intuitive process and reasoning it. Now, what is intuition? Intuition is your gut feeling. Reasoning is the use of facts and figures to arrive at a decision. Organizing is the next step. Organizing is the process of defining and grouping the activities of the organization and establishing the authority relationships among people. Leading. Leading is another of the basic function within the management process, and leading is the use of the influence to motivate employees to achieve organizational goals. Controlling. Controlling means a leader should command the respect of the team. You have to earn that respect. And if team members respect you, then you can easily direct them and control the actions of the team members. This also helps in achieving organizational goals. It also helps in evaluation of set standards, optimum utilization of resources. It also helps in motivating employees. And another thing is that in maintaining order and discipline. Next, we move to why do we need educational management? Educational management helps in achieving educational objectives. It also helps in improving activities of an institution. It also helps in appropriate utilization of human resources, that is teachers, non-teaching staff, and students. It also helps in attainment of goals with minimum cost and time. It helps in job satisfaction among teachers. It also satisfies parents and students. It creates a congenial school climate. It improves interpersonal communication among staff members. What is educational administration? if we see the meaning of educational administration, then it is overall determination of policies, setting of major objectives, the identification of general purposes, and laying down of programs and projects. Administration means guidance, leadership, and control of the efforts of the group towards achieving a common goal. It refers to the activities of higher level. It lays down basic principles of the enterprise. Are these two terms different? Are there any differences between management and administration? Let's discuss that. Management works with and through people to accomplish organizational goals, whereas administration is more concerned with directing and controlling. Administration establishes policies that guide decision making, laws and regulations, and management implements the laws and regulations. Practically, functions of managers and administrators overlap. Here we are discussing similarities between management and administration. So there are no clear-cut boundaries between the functions of managers and administrators. Administrators not only set goals, standards, and rules, but direct and control functions of the organization. Every manager is concerned with both administrative management function and operative management function. Now, if we see this figure, we find that most of the lower level functions are performed by managers, whereas the top level functions are performed by the administrators. That's all about this presentation. Thank you very much.